Hello everyone, and welcome back to Acting. This week, what we are going to do is unlock a tool that is part of your own body, it's part of your own mind, and it can be used to help you understand your characters and to help anchor you within a scene. And that tool is called sense memory. But what is a sense memory, and how is it used? How can it be used to help you unlock parts of yourself? Well, we're going to go over that. So let's get started. Have you ever been walking through a store and you smelled a smell that took you back in time, and maybe you smelled the perfume that was similar to something that your grandma had, that your grandma wore? And that smell takes you back to that memory, and it makes you happy because you have a memory linked with that smell of maybe your grandma hugging you or telling you something. What you've just experienced is a sense memory. One of your senses took in information. That information triggered a memory, and that memory created an emotional and physical response.
Remember me, though I have to say goodbye. Remember me, don't let it make you cry.
That's an incredible storage that your body and mind have with different subjects. Now, how can you use this? Well, one of the most famous stories of sense memory that I can ever remember was about these two actors, right? There's an actor and an actress, and they hated each other. They absolutely hated each other. But they had to be in love in this play. And no matter what, the scene just wasn't working. And so, right before they opened, the actress walked over to the actor and she said, okay, so tonight just try this. Just put on this cologne. And so he was like, okay, whatever. And he put on the cologne. Well, in the play, that night, they had this chemistry that was just absolutely dynamic. And at the end of the night, the actor was like, what? I don't know what you did, but that was amazing. And she looked at him and she said, that's my husband's cologne. See, what she did is she used that sense, right? I don't like you, but what I'm gonna do is have you wear my husband's cologne, and that sense, that smell is going to help me connect to your character the way I would if it were my husband. Those are ways that your sense memory can help you. Let's say you have to go on stage and you have to be sad. Well, a sense memory is maybe you have pictures that you look at of somebody you've lost. And you looking at that picture triggers memories of that person, right? So I'm taking in information, and that memory is making me sad. Now, am I gonna go out on stage with the picture or keep thinking about the memory of my friend? No, that is not a good idea, because then you're living in the past. You're not on stage with your partner in the story that you're telling. But what you're doing is getting yourself in the same emotional state that the character is, so that when you walk on stage, you are in the same vulnerable space that your character is, and you're able to connect with others on a deeper level because of it. Sense memories are these things that help trigger these responses for us. This can be a wonderful tool, but again, it is a tool. And like all tools, let's say a sense memory is like a knife. Now, a knife is something really great because it can chop up vegetables. It can help get you food. It can cut ties and things like that, right? But it's also got a sharp blade that can cut you, that can hurt you in ways that you cannot recover from. So I'm going to warn you right now, do not ever use sense memory to connect to trauma, especially in an acting class. Your acting teachers, the people around, they don't have degrees in psychology. They do not have the tools. They are not equipped to help pull you out of the darkness if you go there. Augusto Boal, one of the most famous theater teachers of all time, he had this great quote. He said, "Actors have the hardest jobs because what we require from an actor is that we all have these demons that we close up and we put in a box. But with actors, we ask them to take the lid off that box and to poke their demons and just pray that they go back in." Well, guess what? Sometimes they don't want to. Do not visit traumatic memories without the help of an experienced professional. Only use sense memories as a way to connect with a character. But as soon as you start getting to a dangerous place where your demons live, stay away from that. That's a dark place you don't want to go, and if you go there, you need to have someone who can help take you back into the light. That way, you can have a healthy career. I want you to have a long and healthy career. So with sense memories, it can be a powerful tool to help, or it can be a destructive tool. Let's try to make sure we know where that boundary is so that we can stay in the spots where we have helpful tools to our acting technique. What we're going to do this week for this assignment is I want you to figure out what your sense memories are. I want you to go around and see. I want you to pick all of your senses, and I want you to find 2 or 3 memories that are linked with every one of your senses. So when you touch something, what are textures that you touch that have very powerful memories associated with them? What are smells that do the same thing? What are visual pictures?
Dad.
What are flavors? What are songs or sounds that you hear?
Remember me, though I have to travel far. Remember me, each time you hear a sad guitar. Know that I'm with you, the only way that I can be, until you're in my arms again.
Right? All of those things. What I want you to do is find out parts of yourself that are connected to these memories. And that should be a fun way of helping you discover who you are. What I want you to do once you found them is I want you to upload what those are. Mostly so I can know what you did and that you did them, but also so you can read other people's and maybe their idea, their sense memory, helps you realize you have more because you are full of them. All right, I can't wait to see what you find, and I'll see you soon.